Is it better to do the work, or is it better to have ChatGPT do the work for you? That is the question. I have a podcast, and I had to meet this really smart cognitive scientist named Donald Hoffman. And I had to grind through and read his book and try to understand it and break it down. It was a really intense conversation. And after I got done with it, I reflected and said, is there a better way to do this with ChatGPT? And so this is what I did. I asked ChatGPT, who is this guy? And ChatGPT broke down a bio of who this person is, cognitive scientist, professor of UCI, so forth and so on, wrote these books. I was like, okay, what are some of the main concepts of this book? Instead of me reading it, can you break down the concepts? It said, here are the 5 major concepts: evolutionary discipline, adaptive user interface, and so forth and so on. I said, okay, too complex. Can you break it down like I'm 5? ChatGPT said, sure. Our brains sometimes trick us into seeing things that aren't really there, so forth and so on. The limit of science is always learning new ways about this world. The importance of subjective experience. Great. Okay, what are some good podcast questions? Can you give me 5 questions that I could ask this person? I said, yeah. Explain your theory of consciousness and perception. How could your theory of evolution challenge our understanding of the way nature and reality really is? Can you give some examples of how perception deceives us? So if you have to cram for something, you're going to meet someone who wrote a book. Instead of reading the book, have a ChatGPT do it for you. Summarize it like you're 5, and then put some good questions out there. So when you go to meet the person, you can have somewhat of an intelligent conversation with them, and you never feel like you're holding on for dear life in a conversation that is just way above your intellectual pay grade.